Hello, thank you for watching this video. And I hope to give you tremendous value in this video. I will not hold back. I'm giving away um, some of the best strategies that I've come up with over the years. Before we start, just to introduce myself, my name is Charles Grayman. I'm the founder of coachingleads.com, and we are a coaching agency that specializes, sorry, a marketing agency that specializes in helping coaches. My background is in coaching. There are a lot of things that I know intimately about the coaching industry that most marketing agencies don't know. Um, and so over my journey, across my journey of coaching, I've learned that there's a lot of marketing involved in coaching, um, that if you can't get clients, you won't be able to coach. So I decided to jump into the art of getting clients, and not just lead generation, but specifically lead generation for coaches. So as you'll see throughout this video, my approach is very sensitive to the values of coaches and the values of the coaching industry. So without further ado, let's get started. So you've probably signed up for to get this document right here that I have. Um, and you either clicked to see this video before looking at the document, or you looked at the document and you decided you also wanted to see the video, as I put a few links in there, so you'll be able to do that. So I'm going to be kind of going through the document as a guide, but mainly my main goal on this video is to be able to show you actually step by step how to do it. So let's get started. So these are the three top strategies that are working right now to generate high quality coaching leads on LinkedIn. So basically, the problem that coaches have is that there's a disconnect between your coaching expertise and then finding the clients who you truly aspire to serve. And that's always very hard, because each coach has their own unique abilities that they bring into the marketplace, and they just need to find and attract the right people, that actually respect their style and are drawn to them. So these strategies are designed to be able to identify exactly who would be a good fit for your style coaching. So the first strategy, jumping right into it, is LinkedIn post prospecting. Now, let me go onto LinkedIn and show you how this works, right? So just roughly before we get into it, basically the idea is that, and most people do this without even realizing it, but it's basically a very organic, genuine way to meet people. I'm just adding a few deliberate strategies and intentions in order to make it more efficient and more specific to your needs. So basically what you do is you first, you interact with people through posts, through comments on posts. But instead of just interacting with them and then, you know, or randomly finding a post that's interesting to you and then interacting with people in the comments, you want to find specific posts that are actually attracting people that would be your ideal clients. So the best way to do that is to identify 3 influencers who consistently share compelling content that resonates with your ideal clients. Then look through the comments and identify individuals who display an interest in a specific topic that you're knowledgeable about, and engage in the conversation with them. In other words, genuinely help them, right? Just answer their questions, get into a conversation, and show your expertise in that specific topic. Then once you've had an interaction with them, then you can send them a connection request with a message, saying that you liked the conversation, and then offer them a free coaching session at some point, if they open up to you and they seem interested. And the pro tip is to click the notification bell on those influencers' profile so that you're checking these influencers' posts every day and looking through their comments for people that are your ideal clients. And so the reason why this works is because you're interacting with people who you already know are expressing some interest in the topic that you help people with, right? So by finding influencers, and let me go to LinkedIn and just show you how this works. So let me stop share, and then I need to reshare the screen, go to LinkedIn, and then share. Okay, so let's say, for example, let's just use my profile for an example. So, oh, well, it's not really going to work with mine because I need to show you the bell. Here, let's find someone that I actually have clicked on their bell. Okay, so sorry about all these extra things coming up. Okay, so who do we have here? Let's say Justin Welsh. She's a popular LinkedIn guy. So view full profile, right? So I have already clicked this bell, right? So that means that every time he posts, it comes up in my notifications. Okay, so I'll be able to look at his most recent posts by they'll come to my notifications, but just for now to show you, I'll be able to come here, right? And let's say, so I go to his post, right? And he happens to be talking about how to extract and sell the knowledge between your ears, right? Okay, so he's talking about taking the knowledge, wrapping it up, making some sort of course, right? So let's say I'm a coach and I help course creators, right? So I know a lot of course creators and solopreneurs are following Justin Welsh, right? So let's say I'm also targeting solopreneurs. So now I have, right, an entire 709 people, 404 comments, right? This guy's very popular among, solopreneurs, right? Or course creators. So this is where I'm going to find all of my ideal clients. And so you just have to go through. Also, you can comment, contribute. You want to be noticed on his posts every day, be the first one to post. And you'll start to create relationships. You'll start to see the people who hang out there. You'll start to see that, and then you'll see the people who are coming, who are newcomers, right? And build relationships with them, right? So let's see. I'm trying to find, and this list might be better because the people that are posting might be similar to what you're doing, where they want to be noticed, but the people who are just reacting to it might be people who are just interested in Justin Welsh's material, but they're not engaging with him yet to the point that they're commenting. So you just look through a little bit. And let's see. So you're trying to find. Here, this is a solopreneur, right? So this is just an example, but let's say, right, so you find him. Now, the best way to do it is to wait until they comment, but you could, view their profile a few times, see if they view yours back, then connect with them, send them a message, explain to them where you came across them. You found them following Justin Welsh. You also follow Justin Welsh, um, and get into a conversation, a genuine conversation. And this is just, in other words, the whole point of this is not that you're going to find clients right off the bat, but these are going to be people that are potential clients, right? That you're not going to be spending time building relationships with people who are totally irrelevant and have nothing to do with your offer, right? So this is just kind of you're investing your energy in something that actually has potential, as opposed to just waiting and interacting with whoever and then hoping that eventually someone knocks on your door and says, hey, I want to be your client. So that's a very organic way, but as you see, within a few minutes you could find very good prospects, very good leads, and you write them down and you spend time to get to know them, because these are people that you've identified in some way that might be able to benefit from your offer. So it's worth putting in the time to create that relationship. So now let's go back to the document and we'll go to the next strategy. The next strategy is LinkedIn event networking. This strategy is very, very good. It is basically connecting with people who have already signed up for a specific event, and that event is targeting people that you can help. So let's show you over here on LinkedIn. Right, and the number one rule with social media and prospecting and lead generation is that people always that the way to get to know something about a person is the actions they take. Their behavior on social media is what gives you information about them. So in the last strategy, someone who has commented or liked a post, that's a behavior that they've displayed. Now you know information. You know that they are into this influencer. They follow this influencer. That's behavior about them that gives you valuable information. And that enables you to target the right people without having to guess. So posts are one way to do that. Another way to do that is our LinkedIn events. And it's arguably better because events are more specific. And the wording that's used to create the event is the wording that's used to create the event is often more specific, and also therefore, because it's more specific, it attracts when somebody signs up for an event, it says something more specific about that. So let me show you what I mean, because this could be a little bit confusing. So you come over here to the search and you go to events, right? So let's say I'm looking for people who want to get their resume, right? That's a good one, right? So some of the coaches I work with are career coaches, and so they want to find people who are looking for jobs or are looking to redo their resume or something like that. So let me type in resume. So here you go. Here's a webinar. Here's a webinar that is about leveraging resume builders, right? So yeah, so this is targeting people who are looking for new jobs, and they're going to teach them how to use resume builders in order to in order to redo their resume and find new jobs. So that means that these 212 attendees, are potentially looking for a new job. And these are people that you want to reach out to, right? So you are learning something very valuable about them. So what you have to do is you have to register, submit. I'm going to register for the event. And once you register for the event, you can now go to the networking section. And I want to stress this part is that it's a networking section that LinkedIn includes in the event page because they want you to network with other people who are going through similar, who are interested in similar topics, right? So you know a lot about resumes. These people are looking for, a lot about finding a new career, resume building. So LinkedIn wants you to network with these people, and that's how LinkedIn works. So a lot of people will think that, oh, this is very scammy because you're going in and you're finding that. This is how LinkedIn is meant to be used. You're meant to be able to learn something about other people, learn information about other people, and connect to the people that are relevant for you. That's the whole thing of all social networking, right? That is the whole point. So here you go, you have a large list of people who are potentially looking for new jobs. And that's very valuable. So what you can do is you can find someone that looks especially that they might be particularly interested in what you have to offer, and then go ahead and message them. So you could click on their profile and then connect with them, or you can actually message them through the event. In other words, without connecting to them, you're able to message them. That's another way that we know that LinkedIn actually promotes doing this type of thing. So that's another great way to find someone that's relevant and to be able to build relationships with people with some intentionality and not just randomly. The third strategy is actually something that this is something that only targets your first degree connections. So actually, let's go back. Let's show you on that same event, right? So let's say you did that, right? So now, right, so let's back up a little bit. And this is kind of, I'm going off a little bit just to give you some background. So the reason why these people, right? So event by We Work Remotely, right? So this company, they made an event because they want to find people who are interested in resume builders. So how do they do that? They want to find people interested in learning about this thing, right? So how do they do that? They create a title that's enticing for these people. They create an event with that title, and then they send out an invite to their network. And then that title comes up in the My Network tab over here, and it says you're invited to Leveraging Resume Builders event. And if that is appealing to them, they'll go ahead and register, right? So you can go ahead and build your own event, and that's a great way to do it, but that takes a lot more work. You can do that, but if you don't want to build your own event, you can actually leverage other people's event by doing this. And this is a feature that LinkedIn gives you. So again, it's not spammy. This is how LinkedIn wants you to use their platform. You click on the invite, all right, you have to register for the event, then click invite, and then it gives you the ability to invite people in your network already. And you can go ahead and you could go ahead and search, add filter. So you're going to want to add a filter, right? So I recommend adding locations at least, or, whatever. If you have something in mind, if you don't know what to do, then I would pick a few industries maybe, or I would pick a few like United States or a couple locations that you think your clients would be in. I typically do industry, professional training and coaching, right? So I would just do that. And then, right, so there you go. And then I can invite all these people. So, but what I want to do first is I want to go all the way down, right, as much as I possibly can. I'm not going to do it because it'll take a few minutes, but you go all the way down first before, this is the pro tip, before clicking on any of them, and then you just click this one top one, and then you can do 100, you could do up to 1,000, I believe. So keep going down and you can get the entire industry of all your connections. So that's that. I'm going to discard. I'm not actually going to invite them. But then once you send out that invite, right, to as many people as you can, I think you could do up to 1,000, then they're going to get a notification in my network. And it's going to say, Charles Grayman invited you to the Leveraging Resume Builders, right? And then if they accept that, you're going to get a notification here saying, so-and-so accepted your invitation to Leveraging Resume Builders. So now, like as we said before, this gives you valuable information about them. What's the information that you have? Now they're interested. Now this is someone in your network that's interested in Leveraging Resume Builders. So you have now generated a lead that's worthwhile going ahead and continuing your relationship with, because you know that something about those words, Leveraging Resume Builders, showing up in his network invitations, and he accepted it. Yeah, it could be that he just randomly pressed accept, but it also could be that he's very interested in that right now, and now is the best time to reach out to him. So now you go ahead and you say, hey, I noticed that you accepted my invite to this event, and that's great, and I'd love to talk to you more about this and what interests you, and just a way to connect. Again, so the whole goal of these strategies is really to identify who is it worth, right? Where should I put my time in creating relationships? Because it takes time, it takes energy, time and energy to create relationships. And we don't want to create relationships with people that are never going to become our clients, because ultimately that we need to build our business. We need to get leads, we need to get clients. So by being a little bit more intentional about who we build the relationship with, to begin with, we're giving ourselves a much higher chance of meeting the right people and closing the right clients. So those are the three strategies. So the next step after this would be, obviously, what I would recommend is to do all these three strategies to the point where it's second nature, that this is where you find your people, and you start building lists of people, start building, creating relationships, building those relationships. And you're going to start to know more and more about the people that you serve, and you're going to start to meet more and more of relevant people that can be potential clients. But what's going to happen after a while is it's going to be difficult to keep track of all of that. And that's normal. As a business grows, you need systems in order to keep track of everyone, follow up with everyone, and keep marketing to them. And when they're ready, they'll become your client. But they're not always ready right away. So you need to have a system to be able to stay on top of that, and it will get, as your contacts and your lead list grows, you don't want to just move on from them and forget about them. You want to keep coming back to those people, and building out your, right, that's the core of your business, is that list of people that you know are potential clients at some point in the future. So we can help you build out that once you get to that point. in various different ways. And if you're interested in hearing more, please book a call. I'd be happy to get on a phone call with you one-on-one and show you how we can do that pretty simply, and build that foundation for you so that it's not just kind of random, posting here, having some random interactions, and then hoping that somebody knocks on your door. But you have a system that you're constantly, consistently reaching out to relevant prospects, and building relationships, moving those relationships forward, following up with those people, and breaking on clients consistently. Um, and yeah, so any way I can help out, please reach out. You can book a call if you want to talk. And yeah, here's to great coaching, and more coaching, and less frustration, and less wasting your coaching skills on other things that you don't want to deal with. Um, and yeah, that's what I'm here for. I'm here so that you can do more coaching, do more of what you love, which is coaching. And take care. Thanks for watching.